What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Go ahead, A-Bat.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
How are you?
What do you got on the topic?
I don't think that I'm any of those 5 women that you listed. I feel like I typically do date high value men, but I don't know how to keep them.
You date them, but you don't know how to keep them. Okay.
Yes.
All right. How old are you?
3.
Okay. I don't know what happened to the delay here. You're 30?
33.
33. And the last time you were with a high value man, you were, how long ago was your last relationship?
My last relationship was about 2 months ago, and that lasted for 9 months.
9 months? 9 months. Whoever this is, Avanet Gunham. Okay. Hi, how are you? It lasted 9 months. All right. Okay. So you're 33. You have any children?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. Number one. How many?
I have 2 boys, 11 and 8. They are from a marriage. I was married for 10 years.
Okay. So you're a single mother. You're not a baby mama.
Right.
All right. Because you was about to get a. Because I come from a baby mama. Okay. So what's going on? You're an attractive woman. How tall are you?
5'6".
Dress size?
4.
All right. So go ahead.
I'm currently dating. I consider him a high value man. He's a doctor. We live in New York City. We've been talking for about 2 months.
Yeah, but let me finish my questions up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What did your ex-husband do for a living?
He is a property manager.
It's like a property manager at a corporate complex or a residential complex. What are we talking about?
Residential complexes.
Okay.
For nonprofit.
For nonprofit?
Yeah.
All right. So that doesn't sound like a lot of money.
Around like $80K.
In New York, that's like $40,000 anywhere else. So, yeah. High value men, because I lived in Manhattan. Why high value men now? Because you say you can't keep them, and I'm kind of zeroing in why. But I need to. If you don't come from that high value man or a high value lifestyle, why do you need a high value man now?
Well, after divorce, I've typically only dated high value men.
I get it, but why do you need it though?
Because I feel like I have a lot to offer, and I'm not looking to be a stay-at-home mom or anything. I do still want to work, but there's a certain lifestyle that I like to maintain.
Say again, something that you like to maintain?
A certain lifestyle and quality of life.
Yeah.
That I like.
And how long you been divorced?
3.5 years.
All right. So what do you do? And what do you do for a living?
I'm a compliance officer at a top 5 bank.
At HUD?
No. At big bank.
You're borging out. You're a compliance officer somewhere. All right.
At JP Morgan.
All right. So you made more than your husband.
Yes.
All right. So there you go. You made more than your husband. So if you're going into this marketplace wanting to date a high value man, you have 2 children by a man who's not high value. So what history do you have of cooperating, working with, or being on the team of a high value man if you've been married for 10 years to a man who made less than you?
Well, I had a couple of. Well,
I need you to think about that question that I just asked. I asked you a good question. You were married for 10 years, yes?
Yes.
All right. In your 10 years, your husband was a middle-class man.
Yes.
All right. So you have a history of working with and cooperating with the middle class man. You married him and you had 2 children. Now you want a high value man. Why? And I just need
Because I feel like I've leveled up to where
uh how'd you level up? Because
I did a
because
lot
you're
of
10
good
year, you're
work
10
on
years
the divorce.
older. You're 10 years older. How'd you level up?
Yeah. Well, I did a lot of work on myself after divorce, like therapy and
Okay.
a lot.
Miss Bat, I need you to understand that's after divorce. How did you appreciably level up? Okay, understand something. On the open market, what age did you get married?
21.
21. And now you're 33.
Yes.
You are 12 years older, 2 children deeper. What have you done to overcome that?
Uh, well, I've maintained my physical. I've had
I
some relationships after marriage where I've learned from that as well. Like, so I've dated a couple of high value men where I've learned
yes.
from those relationships.
Right. But your problem is you cannot keep them. And what I'm trying to get you to understand, ma'am, is high value men move differently than middle class men. They choose their women differently. I've often said that you can be a high value man's date, but they don't marry women who don't fit their high value lifestyle.
So do you think
Huh?
it's because I have children specifically?
Well, I
Because
think
I
that
know how to
okay,
move around
you're
those
borging
cycles.
out, man. I don't know what's going on. Are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, but let me move closer to the.
Okay. Your children are a factor, but ma'am, okay, your husband worked for a nonprofit, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say somebody like myself, when I was living in Manhattan, working for a telecommunications concern, making mid 6 figures, near sevens. Smith and Walensky, Hamptons. Um, and what are you guys doing on the weekends when you were married? You were doing middle class stuff. So
Yeah.
you got a different mindset. Okay, let me ask you
But
that. Let me
after
listen
divorce,
before you get upset. If you did not look, if you weren't a pretty woman, would you be asking for what you're asking for right now? If you just looked average, there you go.
no,
There you go. You want a
because
high value man
tax.
because you're attractive. But see, the thing is, you didn't go out and hold out for a high value man when you were at the peak of your youth. You got a middle class man.
I didn't know any better.
Well, okay, but it's not like you can, okay. But high value men are not lottery tickets.
Hmm.
I keep asking you, what can you do for a high value man? And you can't do anything because you're showing that you don't even understand what they would need. Have you
No,
listen?
I do listen to your
Listen?
shows. So I know.
No, okay. Let me give you an example. Have you ever hosted? Have you ever been to a 7 course meal?
5 course.
Okay. Have you ever hosted a dinner party?
Yes.
For how many people?
About 15.
The food was
Well, it was prepared by me, my mom, and my mom mainly.
mhm. And the people that attended
Uh, Mainly friends and some family.
were there any children?
Yes.
That's not a dinner party. You don't even know.
Okay.
No offense, ma'am. You don't even know. I'm trying to be rude, but you don't even know what I'm referring to. High
To
value
a.
men move in society.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the main question I asked you that's important: if you weren't as cute as you are, you wouldn't be asking for this. Now you're basically, here's what you basically said. I spent 10 years with a guy who's in the middle class. I was married to him and had 2 kids. Now I believe I deserve more when I'm older with kids. Where else does
Because
that where
I've leveled up
that is a
as far
YouTube, that is
as
a
a
YouTube
woman.
Instagram word. What does that mean?
Okay, so for me specifically, it means I worked on my mental health, my emotional maturity, and what it means to be a feminine woman.
Which you should have had standard 21 years old when you married a high value man. I get what you're saying. You're better off mentally than you were then, but see, that's not enough. High value men expect feminine women at 21.
Hmm.
High value men expect cultured women at 21, finishing schools. Women who know what a dinner party is, women who know what an after five gown looks like, women who understand these things, man. And again, you said if you weren't pretty, you wouldn't be asking for this stuff. You're asking for more than you know you have on the ball. And you're losing your looks. But ma'am, in New York City, it's New York City.
Yeah.
In New York City, women who look like you are not uncommon.
Hmm.
They're younger and they have no kids. And if you're a high value man, let's say you're a high value man, you're making $1 million a year with Morgan Stanley, and you had a 33-year-old woman with a divorcee with two kids, and you had a 23-year-old woman with no children who graduated from Barnard or Columbia or Juilliard.
Well, she would beat me in the no kids, but not in the as far as the conversation I can hold.
All
And
right,
as
I need you
far
guys to understand what she just said. Again, she just said the conversation. You're trying to get men to value your wisdom, your experience. Men don't value that.
No, but I mean
Okay,
because you
okay,
said
okay, okay. You're asking why, and I'm telling you why. You don't want to accept it, and I'm trying to dance around it as nice as possible without going harsh. But you're gonna make me go there. No, you're not on that level. I mean, you're just not. You're pretty, but you're not on that level. The conversation. What can you talk about? You've been married 10 years to a middle class guy. You got 3 years of therapy to fix the things that were off with a middle class guy. You're not ready for a guy up there. You're not ready for a man who's in the elite level.
so even if I've dated a couple, that still doesn't make me ready.
No. Well,
Because
okay,
I've been
ask yourself a question. Who stopped seeing who? Did you drop them or did they drop
one
you?
one of them I did, the other he did.
I don't know what that means. So you dropped one
With-
and the other dropped you.
Yeah. And I'm currently talking to one, but I don't. It's too soon to tell.
Okay. You're overvaluing yourself, ma'am. You're a middle class lady. You're a pretty middle class woman. And so we've told women that all you got to do is decide to level up. And see what you're trying to basically do is say a man who's gone out and made himself in the top 10%, top 5% of men, he should just accept a woman is in who's an average middle class single mother of two when he can get a beautiful young Ferrari. And you're saying, well, yeah, but I got better conversation. Is that what men value off the top?
No, but
But
if we're
that's all
going
you
to,
got to sell. It's all you got in your store. You don't have what they want.
well, I feel like I'm feminine and inspiring and those things that
I'm not
you
saying you're
mentioned.
not those things, ma'am, but you're still going to keep pushing this. So let me tell you, audience, where this goes. This is the women like this tend to keep going outside their marketplace. And when they keep getting rejected by men who they're not on their level, they become hell on wheels to everybody. She can't hear me. She wants what she wants, and you don't even want the man. You want the lifestyle. You don't have a high value lifestyle. You don't have a high value mentality. You don't even understand the stuff I'm talking about. So if he married you, you couldn't do any of the stuff that a high value wife would be expected to do. You want the money. I get it, but you want his resources, and he wants different. That's why you can't keep them.
Okay, so should I
All right.
just
You should. Here's what the truth. It's gonna sting. Ready?
yeah.
You should accept who you are. I have told men on this program, high value is not in the cards for you, and don't try to kill yourself to be something that you're not. I mean, what was so bad about your? What I mean, you didn't say that you and your ex-husband had a horrible life. You had a 10-year marriage and 2 children. And what we have done effectively in this country, especially in Black America, we have made average and normal not good enough. Why did you guys divorce?
Um, the love wasn't there. We grew apart. We got together when we were pretty young, and it just became toxic for the kids.
Right. Toxic. Was there money issues?
No,
Was there infidelity?
no.
Then you should have stayed with your husband and worked on your marriage. You should have stayed with your husband, went to therapy, and stayed together.
I tried. He didn't want to do therapy, church, nothing.
I'm not okay. And see, women get mad when I say that to women. They get mad when I say that. But see, I know what it is. But see, what you tend to hear is you don't hear, you're out here. And are you happy doing what you're doing now? Cycling through men who just are using you, who are just dating you as a side chick?
No, I mean, I haven't been a side chick, but no, I'm not happy dating. No, I want a
All
partner.
right. All right. I got to move on to the next caller, man. But dating is for you're asking for more than you're bringing to the market. The high value men you said you're kicking it with, they're not trying to wife you. I've
Mhm.
tried to tell you in the nicest way possible, but you're just not hearing it. So best of luck to you. But in New York City, the kind of are you living in Manhattan?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. And um, do you want to have any more children?
If the man wants to, I'm open to it.
So
Yes.
again, he doesn't even get children in this deal. He's just got somebody else's kids to raise.
He can get his kids if he wants. I'm still good.
Yeah, one. Can he get 3?
No.
Exactly. And you see, ma'am, you're chuckling. So a man has to go out and make himself a top 10%, top 5% man. And all he gets is, no offense, man, but I got to say it, a single mother with 2 children that he has to put a roof over their head. He can't put you in a 1-bedroom flat like he could starting out. There has to be a room for you and him, and the boys have to have separate rooms. And then if there's another kid, there has to be and he only gets 1, but he's got the bill for 5 people. See what I'm saying, audience? These women never think about what men want. It's incredibly selfish. He can get 1 kid. Oh, man, he can go out and get a younger woman that doesn't have all these entanglements and issues and have as many kids as he wants and can afford it. And she'll be happy to give them to him. You got women in these chat room right now to be like, I'm 23. I'm good. Find me. And that's what he wants. He's like, why do I want this? This is a bad deal. Now, it's personal to you because you don't look at yourself that way, but this is a bad deal for a man.
Yeah. I get the kids part. Yeah. I'm aware of that.
Huh?
I definitely understand that the having children part is not something that they would want for sure.
Right. So you got to find a man on your level. I don't know why you want a high value man. when you had a 10-year middle class marriage, that's just insane to me.
I haven't been picky in that way, but honestly, the men I've dated just turn out to be high value.
But the only
It's
man
just
you're asking about is keeping high value. You're not asking about keeping just a regular guy.
oh no, I would love to keep a regular guy.
Okay, I got to get on to the next call, man. This is not going.
Okay.
This. Best of luck.
Listen, it really doesn't sound like she would be okay with a regular guy, because if a man came in making less than her and she has 2 children already, the last guy couldn't survive, and he was actually the father to these children. So why would she believe now that this next man probably is going to come in making less while she's continuing to make more, and she's going to accept that? No. And trust me, she's just not running in to high value men. Now, New York does have a lot of them, but the chances that you're just going to run into them and they're taking you seriously out of all of the options in New York when you have 2 children, very unlikely. And this is the lies that women sell themselves. Like, yo, well, this guy I was able to do this with this guy. Yes, because he wanted to get off. But as far as taking you seriously, putting a ring on your finger, giving you his last name, yeah, that's out the cards. And that's the way you should be judging. Now, you see, Kevin has pretty much like exposed the playbook for women. He's clearly saying, look, unless it's this, and it's not even him, we just know this to be the goalpost in life in general. Nothing really matters until you are married, because there's everything on the line, especially for a man. So if a man isn't even willing to put everything on the line for you, yeah, that man don't love you. He really doesn't care about you like that. So that's how you keep score. So all this dealing with, nah, she's a little too old for that. She's nearly 40, on her way to 40, 2 children. Dealing with ain't good enough. But I want everyone to please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How old are you?
31.
All right. So you've heard what I've been talking about tonight. What do you think about the subject?
It's very relevant. I feel
Are
that
you
I have not prepared myself to be a wife. So
okay?
I'm just looking for some tips and strategies of how I could, move forward.
So do you want to be a partner, or do you want a partner, or do you want to be a wife?
I want to be a wife.
Okay. I always ask this question. Why?
I do want children. I want
Okay.
a family. I understand that, when retirements hit, I'm going to need, that additional support. But mostly the family component and having children. Also having someone consistent sexually
Mm-hmm.
that, I can just move forward with. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm a little nervous.
That's all right. You're just talking to me. Okay. So what I did not hear, I heard you want the kids, and I heard you want a life partner and not to be out here having random sex. Okay. What I did not hear is the man.
Oh, I thought that was implied.
What are you
So
gonna
yes,
the
I want
man
the
can
husband.
you have the kids, you have the sex, but what are you going to do for the man? Let's start here. Were your mother and father married?
They were divorced.
Okay. What did your mother teach you to do for your husband?
Nothing, honestly. We have never had that conversation. And,
What do you
as
think?
I continue to listen.
What do you think? What do you think what do you think you should do for your husband?
Be supportive, make sure all his needs are met, ensure that, when he comes home, he has a hot meal, be flexible, be compassionate to his needs,
Do you
make
know how
sure
to
the
cook?
house is taken care of.
You know how to cook?
Yes,
You have a cookbook?
I have a recipe book,
Cookbook, recipe book. How many recipes in there?
um, about 15 that I use regularly.
All right. Now, you be supportive, make sure the house is clean, even when you're working a 40-hour week job with those kids.
Well, I don't really tend to do so,
You don't tend to work.
not to that capacity,
You want to be
possibly
so
just part time
you want to be a housewife.
or just work part time.
You want to be a housewife.
Yes,
How many kids do you want?
2,
What state do you live in?
Georgia,
How tall are you?
5'5",
Dress size?
6,
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
155.
And you're 31?
Correct.
All right. Have you ever dated a man that made $275,000 or more annually?
Yes,
How long did you date?
about 6 months.
How old were you when this happened?
25, 26.
And why was it 6 months?
He wasn't really ready for a relationship.
Okay. And you were at that age?
Yes, I
You ready to
think
be?
so.
You ready? Okay. All right. And the next person you dated after that person, how long did that relationship last?
7 years or a little less, 6, 7. We were still kind of messing around in between.
So it just kind of ended,
Correct.
but you weren't married.
Correct.
How much did he earn?
About 70K.
Okay, ma'am. If you believed you were ready to be in a marriage at 25, there's no way in hell you would have been in a relationship with 6 years with somebody.
That's true. Now that I think about it, I really wasn't.
But less than 2 minutes, you just said you were.
Because I really wanted it, but like when you really
Wanted?
get down
I said,
to,
did
yes,
You just told the truth. You said it ended with him because he wasn't ready and you weren't ready, as evidenced by you getting with somebody for 6 damn years.
true, but it was
There's
just so
no
much
but,
in the
there's no
relationship.
but, there is
You're
no but.
right.
Huh?
You're right.
I
It's
know
no
I'm
but.
right. I know I'm right. There's no but. And ma'am, I got even more bad news for you. You ain't a wife
Hmm.
today.
I know.
You still got that dude's DNA all over you. Ma'am, the relationship, when's the last time you talked to him?
New Year's.
When's the last time you had sex? The last 12
New
months?
Year's. New Year's, yes.
Then no man in his fucking right mind would touch you with a 10-foot pole.
I understand that, but that's why I want
You
to
need
take this time to learn
therapy.
how to be a
You
wife.
need therapy. No, you're not. No. You need therapy
Okay.
because one, you had a 6-year relationship that was with somebody that wasn't going nowhere. You were off and on. That ain't normal.
Okay.
And to be a wife, honestly, man, you're not. Can you become one? I don't know, but it's too soon.
Okay.
You don't go from a 6-year relationship and somebody you were kicking it with and you were just together a month and a half ago.
I get that.
And unfortunately, just because the clock may be ticking, these thorough kind of men, they're going to sniff this out like that. And this is what I think is interesting. You ladies always seem to think it's the problem is with the men. If you were raised to be a girlfriend, that's okay. But why we went this deep into it is because you want to be a housewife. No.
Okay.
I mean, but understand, housewives are very rare. That's like what? 26%, 74% of mothers in this country work full or part time. You don't want to work. So a man has to make the kind of money to take care of the kids and you.
Mm-hmm.
These men have high standards. Do you the last man you were with had you for 6 years and he was making 70,000. Man, that's your upper limit. That's it. And that's really that's almost twice what the average man makes. I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Serious question. If you got married and had kids, could you get married and have 2, 3 kids with a man and you still had to work 40 hours a week?
Um, it will be challenging. I
The
feel,
answer
you
is
know,
yes or
to
no. The answer is yes, I could get married and
no.
work. Okay. So this is another one, and then the hell with you too. The hell with you too. I get
Okay.
tired of our women sitting back thinking that a man is only good enough to be your husband if he can retire yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Every time y'all say something like that, you shit on average men.
Well, that wasn't my
I
intention.
don't care if it was your intention, ma'am. You just basically said, if I gotta work, this is hard with a man, I'll stay single. That's why your mothers and grandmothers have screwed y'all up.
Execute
You
Order
said specifically 2 or 3,
66.
right?
Say again?
You said, would I be able to have 2 or 3 kids, right? So I consider that, okay, possibly 1. I think we'll be okay with that. And also
No,
mention, I said I didn't mind.
one kid is not a good thing. I'm an only child. You don't want to do that to a kid.
Okay.
Why did your grandmothers and great grandmothers have 6 and 8 kids and they damn sure worked harder than your tender ass in the heat with no cars? Why could they do it
You're right.
in Georgia? And the answer is the way I've been raised to think is a man is supposed to make my life easier. If I got to work just as hard or harder with a man, that ninja ain't worth it. So that's why you don't get a family, you don't get kids, you don't get a legacy, you get a dog and your own funeral plot. Get ready for it. Because unless you change your mind about how you view average men, we ain't going nowhere as a community. Because man, you're right there on the curve. You're a- average cute, but you're not no $300,000 plus housewife. It's not an insult. But what you said about I gotta work and have kids, because I asked the question 3 different ways. I asked it
Okay.
before this last time where I dropped a hammer. I asked it about 10 minutes before, a different way, and the answer was no. I don't plan to do that. Your plan is to be, if I get married, I should be a housewife. Was your mama a housewife?
No, but remember I said I don't mind doing part-time.
No, full time. Do you have to work full
Full-time?
time now? Do you have to work full time now?
Absolutely.
Well, and when think about this, what practical sense does it make for you to work full time until you are 65 by yourself with no support system, no network? Why
would
does that, listen? Why does that make sense? In not working the same full time with a husband, another in-laws, an extended family, and kids. One way you
I
get
don't
a whole group of people. This way you get you.
I
Why
don't
does
mind doing so. I just wanted to make
ma'am,
sure that I could provide for my
ma'am?
family as
I
well.
don't buy that, and nobody in the chat room buys that.
Okay.
I don't
But
buy that. I don't buy that, ma'am, because I've asked the question 3 different ways, and you have not. Just like I asked you at 25, were you ready to be a wife? You said yes. You are as firm as jello. And women who are wives and serious have a foundation. You changed your opinion. You've said different things. This is like a high school girl. There are many things I'm judging and many things I'm evaluating. Go back and watch this segment and look at how flexible your positions were. You'll just say whatever you need to say. Who are you? Do you think, honestly, let's turn it down a little bit. Let's turn it down a little bit. Do you think the women of our community back in the 50s and 40s and 20s and 10s were more serious at age 31 than you are?
yes.
Then that's the standard. Not what men think. The women that came before you. Y'all are out here playing. Hot girl summer, city girls, we up. Y'all out here fucking
Mm-mm.
playing. And life ain't playing with none of y'all. At 31, they had kids and families and was on to grown shit. Y'all still out here trying to worry about getting your nails done and your hair right, and
Mm-mm.
then you expect a man to get out of here. What kind of professions would a man need to have to legally earn $300,000 or more?
His own business, VP, executive VP, a
Professions, ma'am.
director.
Professions, not titles, professions.
Um, so maybe within business and our trucking, owning their own trucking company,
Okay.
perhaps a marketing company, a technology firm,
Those aren't professions, but
or in
okay.
technology.
What in technology? Give me the profession.
I would say like a technology VP.
A technology VP is not a profession. It's not even a title. You know, a profession is a criminal defense attorney, a neurosurgeon, a cardiac surgeon, an oncologist. Those are professions. You're giving me bullshit titles.
Okay. Well, thank
What?
you. Now I
What?
know the difference.
No, but the thing is, how you going to get a man earning that kind of money? You can't even identify what they do.
I understand. So my purpose was to really come to see I know exactly where I am and I wanted to move forward. So I wanted to have any tips or advice
Yeah, I
for
know
how
what
I
you
could
want.
prepare
You want
myself
all
to
that.
move
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not going to end well for you, man. Don't get upset
forward.
with me because you made yourself look like you are. That ain't my problem. That ain't my problem. You came on here with your Jezebel shit, being a chameleon ass imposter, then you don't get mad that you made yourself look silly. I didn't do that to you. I came on here with this intention and that in question. Now, thank you. If you don't want to do it public, you should have booked a goddamn session. I get tired of y'all with y'all's arrogant ass. Got the nerve to get an attitude. And she did something. A podiatrist, global marketing director, software engineering manager, nurse anesthesiologist, a patent attorney, product management director, tax director, director of engineering, a dentist, software engineering staff, a senior corporate counsel, psychiatrist, hospitalist, physician, pathologist, medical director, surgeon, anesthesiologist, radiologist, cardiologist. It's a simple fucking Google search. All you ladies need to do is a simple fucking Google search to figure out what the top professions are, how much they make. But y'all are too goddamn lazy to even do that.
That is true. We do live in a time now where women are extremely lazy for the things that they want, not even something that doesn't even pertain to them. For the things that they want and they desire, they're not even putting in the work and effort to at least find or try to find that. And this woman doesn't look too bad, right? So that's the reason why she's able to continue on throughout life and to be able to get some of these opportunities while not having to have half a brain on how to do these things. And I want everyone to be very careful, because on this channel, I like to highlight a lot of the times women use these certain tactics, or people in general just use certain tactics that you should watch out for. If something sounds exactly like how they're saying it or how they're trying to come across, usually it is. Yes, there are the times in which you may understand something incorrectly, and you may be wrong. But in times like this, listen, don't sit there and second guess yourself. If you think someone said something the way in which they said it, typically they do, or they did. They mean exactly that. They do mean that. They did mean that. This woman basically is saying a man is not good enough for her unless he is able to take care of her. The other guy made 70. She's not looking for a guy to make 70 anymore. She needs a guy to make more. Then when asked, and this is the type of framing that Kevin put it in, so you guys do have to take notes. When asked, well, why would you need to work part-time if you're working full-time now, right? If the man comes into place, both of you guys can be working full-time and putting together collectively for the family. But what did she say? No, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to work part-time, even though I'm working full-time now, which leads everyone to believe this woman only sees a man as someone that's a wallet that is going to provide and take care of her while she does whatever she wants. And that's exactly what she's going to do. She's going to do whatever she wants once she gets into that position. Be careful, be wary, learn how to have some type of discernment. So when women like this try to come along and trick you, try to say, I meant this, they'll say, you're looking at it wrong. That's not what I said. I actually meant to say this. And then you ask them, well, why did you say that? And they say, well, I didn't mean to say that. That's a lie. How many times do you say things that you actually don't really mean? Rarely the case. So why are we believing it in women? When she said a certain thing and she's, oh, I didn't mean it like that, why are we believing that? That's not how people work. Everyone, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you guys haven't already, turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.